Good morning students. Under plant tissue we have already discussed about meristematic tissue. Then second was our permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is further divided into simple permanent and complex permanent. Now third important type of tissue is protective tissue. This tissue is very important for plants because it gives a kind of a protection to them. If the plant is young, so epidermis is there for young portions of the plant for protection, and in case of old parts like stem or root, if the stem has turned into trunk, then it will be protected by the cork. So young parts will be protected by epidermis and the old parts of the plant will be protected by the cork, which is also known as phloem biologically. So now let's get started and see how plants are protected by epidermis and cork. Now first is the protective tissue, epidermis. It protects young leaves and stem roots. So that's why I have written here young, so that it becomes clear that epidermis is for young leaves. Leaves are always young. Old or young, it will be protected by epidermis. Then stem, it's not trunk, it's a stem, and roots, old roots, so they are having a outer covering of epidermis. Now it protects the plant from infection also. Cuticle of epidermis, outer cuticle, reduces the rate of transpiration. What is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of water vapor from stomata. It means epidermis has a stomata at places and it has got stomata for exchange, gaseous exchange, but at the same time it has got a cuticle to reduce the rate of transpiration over it. Stomata allows gaseous exchange and which happens during photosynthesis and respiration. For example, this is stomata. So during photosynthesis, which gas gets inside? That is carbon dioxide, and which gas comes outside? That is oxygen, life giving part of the air, that is oxygen. So this happens during photosynthesis. Now what happens during respiration? Which gas gets inside? Just like us, it also respires. Plant also take oxygen for respiration and they give out carbon dioxide as a byproduct. So that's why we say stomata, they are helpful for exchange of gases, and processes may be photosynthesis and respiration. In both, exchange is happening. Exchange offer is there during photosynthesis. They are taking up carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen, and just opposite and on the contrary, during respiration they are taking oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. So the main function of stomata is exchange of gases, and stomata also helps in transpiration. What is transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor. Water in its gaseous form is called water vapor. So this is also happening through stomata, and stomata are present at places over the epidermis. Epidermis, as we are having skin for our protection, same way young parts of the plants, they have got epidermis, and in our skin we have got some pores. Same way stomata are present as a pores on the epidermis for exchange of gases and for transpiration. Not only this, they have got a oily layer or a waxy coating of cuticle, just to reduce the speed of or the pace of or the rate of transpiration. Now this picture will give you a clear understanding of the epidermis. Epidermis is considered to be a thin layer of the cells which is having stomata at places. You can see these are the epidermal cells or the neighboring cells, and you have got stomata at places, and stomata helps in exchange of gases during photosynthesis and respiration. And not only exchange of gases, stomata helps in transpiration also, transpiration as well as exchange of gases. Okay, so these are the two functions of stomata, because when you tell the function of stomata, at the same time you are telling the function of epidermis also, because stomata are present on epidermis itself. Now comes the next protective tissue, that is phloem. Phloem is also called cork. In old roots and stem, cork is the protective tissue, just like the epidermis in young parts of the plant. Cork is made up of dead cells. Now the difference is, the cork is dead cell, epidermis was young and living also, and cork is having multi layers. It is not of single layer, but in case of epidermis it is very thin and made up of a single layer of cells. The cell wall has waxy substance, that is called suberin. As in the case of epidermis, you were having cuticle. Here the chemical which is present over phloem or the cork is the suberin, for protection, basically extra protection. Some chemicals are there, waxy coating is also there. Now function of cork is, cork cell prevent infection and mechanical injury, and it is also used for insulation, as a shock absorber, because it is having a multi layers of cell. I will show you the picture, then it will be quite clear to you. Cork is used in making of variety of sports goods also, as a cricket ball, then tennis, table tennis and shuttlecock. In the shuttlecock, at the base you must have seen that little soft substance. It is nothing but the cork of the plants. This is how it looks like, protective tissue in older parts of the plant, multi-layered, at places it is ruptured also. So thank you, revise well, do the revision. Now with this we have completed the plant tissue, meristematic tissue, protective tissue and permanent tissue. Revise well. If you have revised, then only you can understand animal tissue. Thank you very much.